don't work on the same timeline in life. Everybody has the time to be successful. Everybody has their growing time. Everybody has their time they are sowing, and everybody has their time that they are seeding. And because it's happening for this person you're older than, or you're in the same age bracket with at this point, doesn't mean it's not going to happen to you, or it's not even happening to you. It's not in the process of coming to pass. This is really juicy and really funny and cringe. It's giving everything. I mean, some people share down to where they live, like where you are at, the person you're dating, your favorite colors, your favorite days, your parents, their names, your best friend, what they do, everything. Like sometimes, like, really go outside social media and get the help you need, get the support you need. You don't see the work behind it, you don't see the stress, you don't see the losses, you don't see the tears. That person, this celebrity, wants to die on top, they shit too. Hi my loves, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Okoyemi Ogule, and on here I share content based on lifestyle, vlog, commentary. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back once again. Hope you all are doing very well. In today's video, I will share with you things social media has made us to see as normal, but really are not. Please do not forget to like, comment, turn on your post notification bell, subscribe to the channel, most importantly, because I found out that like 50% of you guys are not subscribed. What's going on? Let's correct that. Now let's get right into the video. Social media has made us to look at figuring out all our life in our 20s. That is absolutely insane. And we can go on and on about this. In recent times, over the last few years, I would say since 2019 has been the game changer. Like everybody is literally like a millionaire all of a sudden, in their 20s. Everybody's like getting their lives together. Like everything is almost perfect, right? The lives that, used to be lived, in the 40s and in the 50s, which is great, by the way, being able to do all of that before that age that is expected to have, accumulated all of this success. But it is not healthy, and it's also dangerous to think if you're watching right now, you're still figuring out your life in your 20s, in your 30s, whatever the age range is a problem. It is not a problem. You have all your life. It's called lifespan for a reason, You're not supposed to figure out all your life in a day, in a week. It's like it could take years, it could take months. Let's normalize experimenting, exploring, going into things and discovering what your interests are, what your values are, what you're passionate about, what you want to focus, because it's your life. It's pretty much okay to look at someone else who has their shit together in their 20s and be like, yeah, that's cool. That's their life's path. That is where they should be at that particular point or time in their lives, While it might not be your turn yet, it might not be your time yet. And, it's very okay. Like, we don't work on the same timeline in life. Everybody has the time to be successful. Everybody has their growing time. Everybody has their time they are sowing, and everybody has their time that they are seeding. And because it's happening for this person you're older than, or you're in the same age bracket with at this point, doesn't mean it's not going to happen to you, or it's not even happening to you. It's not in the process of coming to pass. So don't suck up when you see people, especially in this era of social media being in our faces and everything looks like everybody has their shit together, like everybody's striving, everybody's flourishing in their careers, in their life. And it's okay to still be figuring out your 20s. I mean, these are your early stages of adulthood. You moved from being a child to a young adult. I saw something recently, not so recent anyways, about, you're literally just 2 years old or like a year being an adult. So when you move into your 20s, you're literally just transitioning from being a teenager from 19 into your 20s, and you're literally just a year into the adulthood game. Whatever 20s you're in, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, just take away the 2 in front of it and you're just a year, you're just 2, you're just 3, you're just 4, you're just 5 years. I just want to say it is okay. That is just the moral. Like, it is okay to still be in your own developing stage. As far as you're not giving up on yourself, you're not like stuck in believing you're stagnant, because you're not stagnant. As far as you're working every day, making a step, you're trying your best, right? In the process, you're working towards your goals, towards, how to develop and, grow your life. You are definitely on the right track, and we have no problem, honestly. Don't let social media tell you otherwise. Those are those people's time, and, stick and focus on your own life, right? And yeah, that's my take on that. So the second thing I would like to say is romanticizing how romantic relationship should look like on social media and in real life. This is really juicy and really funny and cringe. It's giving everything. Today's world, especially as we've seen it via TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and the rest of them, we're being told how romantic relationships should look like, should feel like, even the type of partners you should have and the types you shouldn't have, and all of this information, which I know like some of them are really great tips and really great, lessons to learn or like to see, but it's too much. It's too much. And right now we have so much bad information mixed with good information, and it really boils down to how you are able to filter, what you take to heart and what you hear and garbage out. The glorification of dating rich, wealthy men, men that have money, men that, if you're not dating a rich man, you are a fool, blah, 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 blah. You have to just be easy on yourself in that area. You have to be very careful. You have to apply wisdom. And wisdom is not only something that I think you can do on your own. You have to do it with God also, the spirit of discernment, and also having core values, and not allowing social media to dictate who you should, give a chance to, who you should speak to, who you should indulge yourself with, all in the name of, having the perfect, good to go social media kind of relationship, right? Because everybody's like so easy to want to post, being on a date with a rich man, especially the luxury girl, videos, expensive restaurant, expensive order, all of that, gifting, expensive gifts. If your man is able to afford a certain thing, and that is all he could afford for you, you should be grateful, you should be happy, you should be like loving about it, not try to compare and weigh, oh, but these girls are getting this, why are you gifting me this, why can't you behave like these girls men or date. Literally is very unhealthy comparing the person in real life, the person what is capable of being able to afford for you, and you want him to like, I don't understand. You want someone that is not a billionaire, a millionaire, to be able to afford gifting you Balenciaga, gifting you Dior. Like, how? Like, you're asking for something it can't provide you with. I feel like it has gotten to a point where it's it can also get really toxic and bad, whereby you shun off, other men as far as they don't have this kind of money. You've seen other girls show that their men have online, all in the name of, dating wealthy, affluent men. Like, you should be able to filter, is that really what you want? Are you going to like place, money over like genuine love, genuine care and affection? Because I'm not saying money and all of this aren't great. They are great things to have in a relationship. I believe money, makes it's part of what makes a relationship sweet and enjoyable. But however, money is not everything that makes a relationship what it is, especially if you're trying to look for a long-lasting one that leads to marriage and all of that. You cannot just say, oh, money is the only factor, and as far as it has money, I can post, I can do snaps, I can send tricks or whatever it is, post via social media, and everybody's like, oh, okay, she's dating a rich guy too, she's a big girl, blah blah blah. I know some of you are like in your early teens, and you're seeing all of this, and you've made that the standard for what you should look out for when you want to be in a serious relationship. I'm not talking about flings, I'm not talking about situationships. I'm talking about if you really want something serious, Money should not be the forefront. What is this character like? Who is this person? Do you really know him? Everything should align, right? Because this is how I feel like a lot of people end up marrying somebody, and like the marriage doesn't work out, in a year or in few months time. They really don't know each other deeply. They don't know their differences so well to be able to be like, oh yeah, we're compatible, we can go for this marriage thing and can actually work for a lifetime. I hope you've been able to get what I mean by that. The next point is having aesthetics friends, having friends that fit into what social media has looked at as, oh, the perfect friendship, friendship goals and everything. So obviously I think this happens a lot with influencers. I feel like a lot of influencers struggle with having genuine friends. And I don't know, you could be watching me right now, you're considering having going on that career path and becoming an influencer, and yeah, they earn really good, by the way. So it's something you are interested in, you can go for it. It's okay to have regular friends and do regular things, and not necessarily friends that only look good on social media, have huge following, have fans, go to all the fancy places. It's okay to have friends you can just chill at, regular places are like, it doesn't have to be only people that fit into your Instagram post feed stories, because like it's great to have those kind of friends if that's a career you're trying to build, or even if it's not, like it's great to want to be friends with people like that. But also have it at the back of your mind that it doesn't mean that they are going to build, or you're going to build genuine emotional connections with them, like genuine friendship with them. It's a maybe situation. They could just be using you as much as you're using them, because they look good for the camera, they look good for the post, they look good for this social media apps. It doesn't mean they're your real genuine friends that would have your back, that would support you, that would love on you, that would be there for you when you need them, that would speak to you, that would keep you grounded. That would really just be your G's. Like, it's a very thin line between wanting to know yourself on these social spaces and also wanting real people that you can connect with. Because I mean, like, a lot of influencers today, come out sometimes to say they don't really have a lot of friends. Some that are able to have real friends are like friends that they've had before they became known. And so it's very important to have that aspect of friends that, yes, you could have this and this with, and also have friends that, yes, you could go to them for advice, they could come to you, you guys can show each other actual love. And I'm not saying influencers don't have other influencer friends that show them actual support and all of that, but they are two different things. And let's leave that separated. It doesn't mean having regular friends makes you dead, or makes you boring, or makes you not one of the it girls. Yeah, it's very okay to have both. I don't think this type of friends or friendships is better than the other. They are both valuable, they have their own different purposes. As far, my own belief with friendship is, as far as these two different friendships are not draining you, you know making you feel bad, or like bringing bad energy to you, it's okay to have friends for this certain reasons. And don't let social media make it look like all your friends must be aesthetically pleasing for the gram. Do you understand what I mean? Another point I would like to state is oversharing online. This has to be the one that weakens me the most, because it is really not okay. I guess some people find peace when they're able to share their minds online, especially if they don't have anybody to really open up to that way, and they found a community that accepts them, that loves them, and wants to hear their story, want to listen to them, want to help them. But also, let's not forget the fact that oversharing can be a lot, and I feel like it's literally the most dangerous thing you can do to yourself, you know because I feel like people that can even want to harm you, want to rob you, can easily put together all this information you've shared about yourself. I mean, some people share down to where they live, like where you are at, person you're dating, your favorite colors, your favorite days, your parents, their names, your best friend, what they do, everything, like your entire information. They don't need to ask anybody to get this information. They have all they need. They have your entire history without you ever getting to meet them. You don't know them from anywhere, but they know all of these things about you. I think there's a thin line between sharing things about yourself and sharing things that are just TMI. Like some things are just too much. Like I'm trying to remember some things that I've seen online that I'm like, we did not need to know their information. Okay, you might have seen something, if you try to remember right now, something someone has said about themselves or like about something about them, and you've just like, you're just cringing, you're just having second-hand embarrassment for them because like, we did not need to know that information. We did not. Like, you've left us traumatized. Like, we did not need to go through that. Like, it's just too much. Like, some of these people actually need professional help, but they've sought to social media friends, social media followers as a place of rest. I mean, by all means, sometimes this oversharing you're doing online to people that don't know you from anywhere is literally gist, it's literally entertainment. They don't really care, they don't really give a flying heck about you, your life, and your struggles or your fears. There's some things I see on even social media, blogs, and everything, and it's just gist. We all do this thing where we just talk about how this celebrity is this or blah 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 blah. It's because we know this information. This information has been said to us online. That's why it's not like you really care. You can actually provide change or like do something for this person to make them feel better or like be in a better position. So sometimes, like, really go outside social media and get the help you need, get the support you need from your family, from your friends, the people that actually know you, the people that actually care about you, not people online that most likely they are not going to remember these things you've said, and you've considered sensitive, you've considered important. Some things are better left unsaid in a social space for me, right? And I definitely encourage speaking out, opening your mind, be vulnerable, and all of that. Some spaces are not just it, and let's just agree on that. Like, some spaces are not going to do anything for you, rather it would expose you to more harm than good. For me personally, that's what I feel. It's going to become something that is dangerous to you, your mental health. For all that could happen, you could get worse. Your situation could get worse. Like, you don't want to end up becoming that person that's paranoid or always fearful, you know, just because you've decided to open up your entire life, situation, business to people that you don't know online. Right, and it's okay to keep some things private. Don't think because most people are now doing it, especially on that app called TikTok. Because you see most people are now doing it doesn't mean you should do it. Like, they need to change your life because of a media app. I mean, this app could go off anytime. Like, nobody's in nobody can control it except the owners of this app, and all of that information about you is online. It's very risky because we've heard of how some of these things affect people in their jobs, in their working place, whereby their bosses or the person about to employ them sees this huge information history about them, on social spaces, on the internet. It all boils down to, when you do this kind of thing, you put yourself at a greater risk of losing great opportunities for yourself. Do you understand what I mean? The last one I want to speak about is social media making it look like everyday life is glamorous, everyday life is perfect, everyday life is not filled with ups and downs. It's very, very easy to think, why is your life not this way? Why is your life not like this person's life? All they do is just chill, shop, do content, and that's all. They are living their best life. Remember, It's a social space. It's not a real place. It's social. It's meant to be entertaining. It's meant to keep you glued. It's meant to keep you stuck on there. It is not your real life. It is not even those influencers' real life. You only see the curated. You only see the parts that has been edited. You know, you don't see like their real life, what they do per day. You don't see what they do after shooting and after uploading. You don't see all of that. So when you want to compare your life that is not so great at the moment to someone who has put up a recorded, scripted, most likely, content video reel, that's not their actual life, and does not necessarily mean that's who they are in person. Oh, all they do is all of that. You don't see the work behind it. You don't see the stress. You don't see the losses. You don't see the tears. You don't see their regular life, with their families, nothing. So the same way you think you stress, you go through problems, you go through difficulties, it's the same way these people you value, you cherish, you idolize, also go through this things just like you. There was something I used to hear, like, that person, this celebrity want to die on top. They shit too. They do silly things like you too. Don't see that put up because it's a social space. It's meant to look flawless. It's meant to look professional. I mean, these people earn a living from these things they do online. So you cannot compare them. You cannot expect them to put up their regular shitty days online. Like, let's just be realistic. Nobody's going to do that. Except the person has found a community that wants that from them. You understand what I mean? Yeah, your everyday life, the way you stress is the way these people stress. So don't let social media deceive you. Don't let it cage your mind to think your life isn't good or good enough. By all means, you could even be doing so much better. Influencers and whatever you look up to that you think, their lives are better than yours and your life is shitty and you're not going to get these great things. You could be doing much better than them. By all means, like, we've heard of cases where these people are like acting, they're like faking it to make it. Not everybody, right, is faking it to make it on social media. So don't let that one make you become lazy and not work towards your dreams and all of that. But not everything you see online is gold. You have to be really, really careful on that one. I hope you've been able to learn anything from this video. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. If you enjoyed this video, please drop in the comment section. What do you think? What else do you think I did not add to this list of things social media makes us think are normal but isn't normal? I'd like to hear from you guys and respond. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell another friend. Bye.